How y'all doing? This is Big Swoll, the No Limit Soldier. I was talking to a group of young ladies, and we just was talking. And as you know, I talk to everybody. So we at the gym and we talking, and we start talking about love and relationships. And I told them when I was a young man, I was between the age of 21 and 23. I was playing professional football. I had women in every city. I had a lot of money, a lot of cars. I met this young lady. Her name was Shamal Bloom. And I met her at a club called Whispers in New Orleans. And me and Shamal became real tight. And I noticed that we were really falling in love with each other, but I was scared. And she was scared. Even her mother was scared. I never forget one time I went to pick up Shamal from her house. And she lived in a shotgun house in New Orleans. That's a long house. And I forget her mother sat me down and said, "What is your intention with my daughter?" She said, "I want to let you know that Shamal's been accepted to med school." And that's all she talks about is you. Her mom told me, "Randy, this girl has been on a roll. Junior high, high school at McDonald 35 in New Orleans, and at Xavier University, she was on the dean's list." Her mother told me, "Please don't let her throw it away, Randy. Don't let her throw it away." So that day, I decided that I had to break up with Shamal because once I left and go back to Denver, I was gonna go back to my old ways, and I didn't want to interrupt her education of becoming a doctor. So I had to find something to argue with her about. And we argued about her closing my door too hard. And we stopped seeing each other. She went off to vet school, and I went to play football. I called her a year later. Just wanted to hear her voice. "Hey Shamal, how you doing? This is Randy." And she was like, "Oh, hey Randy." I said, "I just want to call and see how you doing." I said, "I got the number from your mom. I just wanted to call and check on you." She said, "I'm doing okay." And the first thing coming out of my mouth is that I met this young man, and we in love, and I'm happy. And I was like, "Oh, okay." People, I was hurt, to be honest with you. I said, "Okay." She said, "Randy, I can't talk no more. My boyfriend's here." I said, "Okay, well, you take it easy. All right, Shamal?" And the last thing I told her was, "Can I be the first to call you Dr. Shamal Bloom?" And she did that little laugh. Today, her name is Dr. Shamal Bloom, and she lives in Atlanta, Georgia. with a husband and their children. What I was trying to tell the girls is, sometime in life, if you love something so much, you gotta let it free. You gotta let it go. If she would have stuck with me, I'd have destroyed her. She wouldn't have went to med school. She probably would have got pregnant or something, I don't know. But I had to let her go. Years later, I see her nephew. And me and her nephew talking. And I'm asking about Shamal, just asking. And I can tell that he doesn't want to talk about it. And I say, well, here's my number. Tell her to call me. I looked her practice up. And I called her practice like 8-10 times. Never returned my phone call. I know I hurt her. But I hurt her so she become successful. I didn't want to alter or hold back from her dream. And I was telling young ladies, sometimes the decisions that you make in your life will alter who you are and what you become. And I did not want that decision on her to follow me, a man who wasn't trustworthy, who had women everywhere, who thought he was a shit. I didn't want her to fall into that trap. And if anybody knows Shamal Bloom, who went to McDonald 35, Xavier University, now lives in Atlanta, Georgia, tell her I say hi. I'm happy for her and her husband. And I want her to know that I did find somebody that I felt in love with. And we growing old together. I have kids. Kids are doing very well. All college graduates. And I want to say hi. I hope you see this video. And you have to understand, the reason why I broke up with you is because I was going to alter your career. If you'd have stayed with me, you wouldn't have went to med school. You wouldn't have. I want to say, hey, Shamal. Dr. Shamal Bloom. And if you see this message, I'll always be your friend. Thanks for the memories.